That pass interference at the end of the game is sickening. It is sickening. I don't care what your rooting interest is. That is a sickening call. Number one, you have not called that all game long. If that was the call all game long, I would have hated it, but at least it would have been consistent. It's not the call at all. It's not the call in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter. But to decide the game, that's when you throw the flag. Number two, how can you possibly insert yourself in deciding the game on that foul? It wasn't that dramatic. It wasn't that cut and dry. And the throw is 5 yards over the wide receiver's head. How is that the pass interference? I can't get over this, that this is what decides the game. Now, there's no guarantee that the Packers get the football back, go down the field, and score a touchdown. There's 1:46 to play. The Packers probably get the football back maybe on their own 20, 25-yard line. So, again, they trail by 5. They've got to score a touchdown, and they've probably got to go 70 to 75 yards to do so. No guarantees. How can you call that flag? How can you throw that flag? How can you call that PI? I am so upset by that because I just want to see the players decide it, okay? The players need to decide it, and instead the refs inserted themselves, and it was disgraceful.
Right, and if you are somebody on Twitter, because there's been a lot of this, anybody who's been like you and me who hated that call, yes, there is no doubt that his shirt gets pulled there, and we can see that in a still shot. Nobody is denying that happened. But you hit on the biggest critical part of this. It's just two parts. Number one, the ball not catchable anyway. So how much did it determine having the catch? The ball flutters away like that, so that's a disgrace. Number two, we watched the whole game. All of us did. How many of us mumbled to whoever we were watching with on the couch or by ourselves? Oh, that's a little bit of a hold there. That's a little bit of a hold there. The officials let them play the entire game. There were far more egregious tugging, grabbing on shoulder pads of the receivers. You were allowed to rough up receivers all game long, and I'm fine with that. But then be consistent. You can't let the game at the end be in your hands as an official and call it a different way than you called it all game long. Whether we could see that it was a grab or not, you missed about 7 of them the whole game before that. In that spot, that's unacceptable officiating. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. It is so aggravating. The receiver goes down diving for the ball or being pulled down or whatever at the 50-yard line. The pass hits the 45 of the Packers. It is 5 yards past the receiver. He had no chance of catching that whether he was grabbed or tugged or not. You can't throw that flag. You cannot throw that flag there. It doesn't affect the route. It doesn't affect him, the ability to catch the football. It's a terrible pass. It's uncatchable, and you've let it go the entire game. It decides the game. You throw the flag, the Buccaneers win. You can't throw that flag.
Right.
Can't.